Hey, thanks for joining us today. For this week's tip, I'm going to demonstrate the use of the bungee tie down that I introduced last week as a piece of our training equipment that we use a lot around here. The beauty of this piece of equipment is that the actual timing is many times better than your hands, because when this horse's head gets up out of position, that bungee tie down with the bungee strap on it is instantly going to put some pressure or discomfort on the corner of this horse's mouth and on the bars. And so it is going to initiate that thinking side of this horse's brain to find that release point quicker. And then immediately when that horse finds that release point or that collection point, there's going to be a release. Okay, and a lot of times that's quicker and more precise than our hands are. So that's the beauty of this piece of equipment. Now, it's real important how you have this adjusted. You want that bungee tie down adjusted so that when that horse's head is in the position that you desire it to be, there's no pressure. Okay? When that horse's head is out of position or elevated, then there is immediate pressure or discomfort. Not pain, and it's not solid, so it's not a solid tug. It's just the harder they push against it, the more the pressure increases. Okay? Now, it's a perfect tool to use on this filly that came off the track. She's been here about a month. She came off the track and then hadn't been rode since she was off the track, but she belongs to a customer of mine in North Dakota that's a real good hand with a horse. And so I know this filly's had a lot of foundation at one point. So I'm just using the bungee tie down in my training process and as I go through my program to help her understand where the desirable place to hold her head is. Okay, I'm going to kick her into a lope. Now I'm going to ask her to depart in the left lead. And then you'll watch as she's loping around. Watch how that bungee tie down is staying slack right here. And the reason it's slack now is because she's got her head in the position that I want it. She's staying collected and soft behind my hands. Now, originally when I first got her here, all she did the whole time we were loping or working was push against it. But now, through correct repetitions, she's figured out where that release point is, and she rarely tightens that bungee tie down. Whoa. She still needs to soften up more in her face and get behind that bridle a little more, but that's excellent compared to how she was when she came. And that's just because that's how they teach them at the track. They want them to run with their head extended out and kind of into the bridle. And that's how that industry, that's what they're taught to do in that industry. But now, when we go back to the performance end, we need them to stay behind that bridle, stay collected, and stay soft. This is a great tool. It's a very efficient tool. And it's very inexpensive. That's the bungee tie down. That's our training tip for this week. Thanks for joining us and have a safe week of training. We'll see you next week.